Welcome back to She Will Empower. I'm Jessica Cherry, community builder, NLP practitioner, award-winning writer, Southback girly, and mama. And today we are diving into a topic that hits every single one of us at some point, especially starting this month and peaking at this part of the year. Can you guess it? It's burnout. Now, let me start with this. If you're walking around feeling foggy, anxious, or flat out numb, I want you to hear me. You are not broken. You are burned out. And there is a difference. Burnout is not a weakness. Burnout is not a personal failure. Burnout is the smoke signal that your body, your mind, and your soul are waving high saying, hey, this isn't sustainable. Something has to change. And if you ever wondered why in the world do some people seem immune to burnout? Why does it feel like they can juggle it all and I'm over here falling apart? Lean in, grab your cup of coffee or your tea and turn it up because this episode is your roadmap. I'm going to walk you through 5 key attitudes and practices that protect you from chronic stress, overwork, and frustration. And I'm going to show you how to develop them for yourself. Now, let me be clear. This is not a quick fix. It's not a surface level conversation. I'm not here to tell you to light a candle, do a face mask, and poof, burnout is solved. Nuh-uh, no. We're going to go deeper. These are personal traits, daily practices, and the rewiring of your nervous system that creates lasting resilience, especially through the fall and holiday season, because we are living it right now. We're entering into the busiest stretch of the year. We have school that's back in full swing. Parents, especially working moms, we are juggling the homework. We're juggling the after-school activities. We're taking kids to sports practices. We're getting them ready. We're packing breakfast, lunches. We're right there on the school drop-offs and pickup lines. And you're balancing careers and homes and the looming chaos of the holiday season and the pressure of hosting holiday gatherings and having your home Pinterest or Instagram worthy and trying to smile through all of it like you're having it all together without cracking. It is a lot. I know it. I'm living it right there with you. And if you don't get intentional, this is a season where burnout spikes. But guess what? This can also be the season where you reclaim your energy and your peace and reclaim your power. So here's what you're going to get into today's episode. The science behind burnout and why you feel the way you do. 5 powerful attitudes that make you burnout proof. And 3 mindset shifts that restore energy, your optimism, and performance. And also, I want to give you some practical tools that you can use today. Yes, even in your deep burnout phase right now. So that sounds good? Let's go. Here's the first truth bomb. Burnout lives in your brain. Now, when you are burned out, your amygdala, which is the alarm center of your brain, goes into overdrive. Cortisol floods your system. Your executive function, so that part of your brain that handles clarity, focus, decision-making, literally shuts down. And that is why you feel foggy. That is why you forget the simplest things like why you walked into a room, like the kitchen. And that is why you can't get motivated even though the to-do list is a mile long. Who's been there? I've been there. Now, I follow several doctors in this field, and one of my favorites is Dr. Joe Dispenza. He goes into detail and says that when you live in stress, you are living in the past. And you might be asking, how does that work? I'm glad you asked that. Through your thoughts, you're reliving the same cycle of fear, you're reliving the same cycle of being overwhelmed, and the same cycle of frustration. And your brain rewires itself into that pattern, that stressful pattern. Sometimes you wake up and you're already stressed, right? I've been there myself, so I know the feeling. So let me pause and ask you something. How long have you been living in a stress state? Has it been days or weeks? Are you going past it? Are you living in this stress state for months or even years? Let's reframe that. Here's the reframe. You're not lazy. You're not failing. You are chemically hijacked. It's in your brain. But here is the good news. Your nervous system can be rewired. You can literally reset your body back to clarity. You're not stuck in this state. You can use tools to get you from this place to the place where you want to be. And there are all these tools. There's breath work, there's visualization, there's grounding practices, sound therapy. These are just some of the tools. And when you take a break and you recenter yourself out of this spiral of burnout, you are on the hamster wheel of stress. And when we see that, we are literally going to take you out of this hamster wheel, the holiday hamster wheel of stress. We need a break from it. So when you say, I just want to feel like myself again, what you're really saying is, I want to calm my nervous system so my true self can come back online. So let's anchor that right now. I want you to take a deep breath with me now. If you're driving, just take a deep breath, but don't stop what you're doing. So take a deep breath, hold, and exhale. And again, one more time, take a deep breath, hold, and let it out. All right. I hope you feel a little bit better with that. So anchoring is really good tool. Just take a break. Literally just breathe. It really helps. Now, I want you to listen here. We live in a hustle culture that glorifies overwork. So I'm talking about the grind, the 5 a.m. club, which I'm guilty of, the endless do more, be more, give more. Let me set the record straight. Burnout is not a reflection of your character. It's a reflection of your conditioning. And especially as women, we have been praised our whole entire lives for being the ones who do it all. The good girl, the reliable one, the one the whole family depends on, the one who gets the holidays magical, the one who gets the school lunches made and the work done. But here is the cost to you. You end up smiling on the outside while screaming on the inside. You end up collapsing behind closed doors after carrying everyone else all day long. Sound familiar? Because burnout is not a personal failure. It is your body screaming for transformation. So I want you to stop saying, what's wrong with me? And I want you to start asking, what is this burnout trying to tell me? If you've ever read the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, there is a part in there that reminds us something. And it says, we must sharpen the saw. So you can't keep cutting wood with a dull blade. So burnout is your dull blade moment. It's time to sharpen it. And I'll give you my personal example. Sometimes when I'm opening up my mail, I have this knife, right? And I shouldn't really have a knife opening up mail, but I do. And sometimes that knife gets a little dull and the paper isn't sharp. It doesn't have those sharp, clean edges. And I know that I have to sharpen my knife. Why? Because I use it all the time. And our bodies are the same way. I mean, we cannot keep going. We are not the Energizer Bunny here. So what does it look like for you? Is it going out to the porch and listening to the birds? Which, by the way, I'm going in my bird life era. It's really calming. You should try it. You need to try it. Is it going out there and listening to the birds or watching them? Or is it soaking in the bathtub with the door locked? It's a good one, right? Or is it going out and blowing off some steam with some friends or by yourself or with your spouse? What is it? So we need to stop blaming ourselves and start using burnout as a turning point. We're not going to be going through the burnout and still be on our A game. We're just not. All right? It's not possible. So let's get into the meat. All right? I'm going to talk about 5 burnout-proof attitudes. These are the personal traits that, once developed, make you resilient, make you centered, and make you powerful. So no matter what life throws at you, you're able to deal with it. So the attitude number 1 is self-awareness. It's a big one. You cannot change what you will not confront, period. So I want you to ask yourself, what is draining me? Is it the job? Is it the relationship? Is it the silence that's been eating away at me? I want you to get really honest with yourself because radical honesty is the gateway to transformation. So you're not going to be just throwing it under the rug or sweeping it under the rug. You're not going to be doing it anymore. I want you to journal one page, maybe tonight, and I want you to ask yourself this question. What in my life feels heavy? And what feels light? Let's flip the script on that. What feels light in your life? What do you love? And what feels heavy? What are you not confronting in your life? What is draining you? All right. I want you to be self-aware of where you are right now. That is attitude 1. Attitude 2 is stress management. Now listen, life is always going to be stressful. The difference is how you manage it. So like I said before, there are several ways that you can cope with stress. There's breath work, sound baths, meditation, exercise is wonderful, prayer, spa days, going outside and just listening to the earth. These are not luxuries, they are lifelines. Go hug a tree. There's so many great benefits from hugging a tree. And if you think I'm joking, I am so serious. Google it. Google hugging a tree. It's so great for you. And it recenters you. And there's a saying that goes, if you don't make time for your wellness, you will be forced to make time for your illness. And I don't know about you, but I've been there myself. And that statement is true. You go and you are on burnout and you keep on driving yourself and pushing yourself and you keep going. Your body will catch up with you. And I'm speaking from personal experience. And also, as a side note, what you are doing while you are working in burnout, you'll become sloppy because your body needs a rest. We don't have the Energizer Buddy power. We just don't. So your action item is going to be physically and mentally scheduling stress management activities. Put your phone on Do Not Disturb and get it done before stress gets you done. All right? Stress management. Now here is attitude 3. It's a combo. It's time mastery and boundaries. And notice I didn't say time management because you cannot manage time, right? You can only master your energy with it. So burnout happens when your calendar owns you. And freedom on the flip side happens when you own your calendar. And this goes hand in hand with boundaries. And that's why I put time mastery and boundaries together. So listen, no is a complete sentence. All right? If it costs you your peace, and if your peace costs you your yes, then your yes is too expensive. Boundaries are not walls. They are gates. They let in what serves you, and they keep out what drains you. So they are so important, and healthy boundaries make a healthy person. All right? So I want you to do this for boundaries. I want you to schedule your recovery first and then add your tasks. I want you to reverse the order. Usually people doing the tasks and then do the recovery. But if you know that the season coming up, which is the one that we're in, is going to be loaded with all the things, intentionally look at your calendar and schedule what I like to call me time. So the spa, even sitting on a porch, putting the phone on Do Not Disturb, having, a drink or whatever you got going for you, schedule me time. And also, on a side note, I also want you to practice one small no this week without over-explaining yourself, because you don't have to over-explain yourself. No is a complete sentence. And if it's costing you your peace, it's costing you too much. All right? So attitude 4 is recovery rituals. Now, you cannot pour from an empty cup, and yet so many of us keep trying. We juggle all the things normally, and then we tack on the holiday season with the football season and all the other things, all the other seasons, all the other to-dos, and this has to be insane. And there has to be room for recovery in all of this. So recovery is not optional. It's a need, not a want. So sleep, and not 3 hours of sleep, like a good solid 8 hours of sleep. Like honor your body. Play, like just blow off some steam. Nature, soak in the nature, be in stillness. Those are crucial. Think of recovery as your personal investment in yourself. Personal investment to refill your own cup. Just like you're constantly on your phone or your tablet and your battery drains, so do you, my dear. So do you. You don't have an endless supply of energy. You have to charge your battery, just like everything. So, I want you to create one non-negotiable ritual this week and stick to it. Maybe it's a Sunday reset walk, or a sound bath, or even 20 minutes of phone-free time before bed. Whatever it is that you decide, you need to consciously task in your own recovery. So plug yourself into your own recovery jack, just like your phone or your tablet. And you don't have to do it for such a long time, but you need to do it. You are not an endless supply of energy. So make sure you receive it, and that is your recovery ritual. And the last one is support and alignment. It's also a combo, but I thought it went really well together. I want to talk about that. So the trap is what we all say to ourselves, which is this: I'll figure it out myself. No. There is no shame in asking for help. You are not less than if you ask for a village. All right? There's a saying, and I'm sure several of you have heard it: it takes a village to raise a child, right? Why does that village have to go away when we are adults? Is it because we're supposed to have it all figured out? So nobody's supposed to ask for help and we all get burned out and stressed out because we are human and we don't have all the answers and we're learning new things and we've got all these stressors and, life on our plate? No, there is no shame in asking for help. And you are not less than if you ask for your village. The habit of going at it alone is what's keeping you stuck. Isolation is the oxygen of burnout. And guess what's the cure? Connection is the cure. So I want you to let yourself lean. Let yourself ask. Let yourself receive. Honor the act of receiving. It's beautiful. And I believe life comes in seasons. And when it's your season to receive, receive. And if it's your season to give, give. People need the love and support, especially the strong ones, the ones that never ask for help, the ones that are always they always seem like they always have it going on together. Here's the truth. Not one of us has it all together. So don't feel less than because you're feeling burned out and need a hand. In fact, if you are feeling this way, I want you to text one person today and say, I could really use some support this week. Are you available? And I know that for many of us, that one step is the hardest step to take, especially if we are conditioned to always have everything together. We are the ones that keep it together for the family, for ourselves, for our work, for our friends. We are the ones that everybody turns to. I want you to pause for a second. And I want you to honor yourself and take a break before you burn out. And if you already are in burnout, this is the perfect time to take a break. And text one person and say, I could use some support this week. Are you available? Which brings me to my other part of this, which is alignment. If what you are doing doesn't line up with your purpose and your alignment, you will always feel drained. Because burnout isn't doing too much work. It can also mean that there is too little meaning in the work that you are doing. So there's an old saying that says, love what you do and you'll never work a day in your life, right? It's true. When you're aligned, the hard work fuels you. And when you're misaligned, even the easy stuff depletes you because your heart is not in it, right? You don't have the purpose in it. You're not aligned with it. So I want you to ask yourself, does this drain me because it's hard or because it's wrong for me? That's a really important question to ask yourself if you are constantly coming home drained or going to work drained or going somewhere drained. If you're walking around drained, why is that? Is it because it's hard or because it's wrong for you? Pause and let that sink in. So there you have it, 5 attitudes and 5 ways to build burnout-proof foundation. Now, one last thing I want to leave you with are a couple little more gems here. Let's shift how we think about it a little further and flip the script on burnout. Now, remember, it's all about intention, not the grind. You can grind on the wrong thing and just spin your wheels and not get anywhere. So you don't rise by grinding. You rise by resting and then moving with intention. Rest is not your reward. Rest is a requirement. So I want to stop this. Let's stop romanticizing independence. Power is built on community. So the women, the men, the colleagues, the mentors who lift you up, that's your burnout antidote. Those are valuable resources to have. You don't have to do it alone. You were never meant to do it alone. Humans are not these one-person creatures. We're built for community. Go back to the caveman days. We are built for community, and that's just who we are. So honor that and live with this. So many of us are on a hamster wheel trying to prove we're enough. You don't have to. You don't have to prove your worth. You are already enough. I am enough without the extra hustle, all right? So let's bring this home to where we are right now. Right now, we are in the fall and holiday season. So September to December is peak burnout season. We are living it right here, right now. We've got the school activities. We've got the work deadline. And let's talk about the school activities. The school activities are a lot. Especially if you have more than one kid and each kid is in 1 or 2 activities, that's a lot during the work week. Put in a Monday through Friday. Personally, for myself, I'm not home 3 times out of that Monday through Friday on top of my work. So we've got the school activities, and I know that there's a lot of people that are living that. We've got the work deadlines. We've got the holiday planning, and the holiday planning can be a lot, especially if you're traveling. And we've also got those family expectations, right? It's like everyone wants a piece of you and you're serving from an empty platter. So here's the truth. Your kids don't need a Pinterest mom. They need a present mom. And your boss doesn't need a burned out employee. They need your clarity. And your partner doesn't need your leftovers. They need your love. They may like eating your leftovers, but if you ain't got no love, there's a problem, right? So this week, I want you to set your weekly reset ritual. All right. I know that's not a thing that people do, but we should do it so that we don't burn out during this season. So Sunday evening, for example, clear your calendar, set your intentions, and schedule your recovery first. All right. Make sure to put that in there and then put in all your million tasks to do because those tasks are going to be there. But your recovery is important. And the second thing I want you to do when you're looking at the holidays is to simplify the holidays. You don't need to say yes to every invite or every bake sale or every gift exchange or every pop-up event. You don't have to say yes to every single thing. You will burn out. All right? Prioritize it, simplify it, and enjoy it. And know that you cannot clone yourself. Trust me, I've tried. I wanted to do the same thing. And a lot of these lessons I've learned the hard way. Simplify the holidays. And the last thing I want you to do is refill your cup. Really important to do that. So I want you to do 10 minutes of something. It could be walking, right? Walking and just listening to the birds. That's a great one. Meditation, if you meditate, or prayer. Journaling, that's a great one to get it out of your body. Do something to refill your cup because the holidays are stressful. Burnout happens. The September to December, they call them the burn months. Those are intense. And I'm living them, you're living them, we're all living them. And we don't want to be in a society where everybody's burned out and nobody reaches out for help and everybody's on their own. That's not what we're here for. We're here to support each other, to guide each other, and to celebrate each other, right? All right, my beautiful friends, that is a wrap on today's She Will Empower episode. We've been talking a lot about burnout and that sneaky little energy thief that shows up when we're doing too much for too long without filling our cup. And if today's conversation hit home for you, just know you are not alone. This season of life, whether it's parenting, business, caregiving, or just trying to keep all the plates spinning in the air, it's a lot. And you're doing the best, and that is what matters. And if you took away even one thing that helped you breathe deeper, or pause longer, or give yourself a little more grace today, I want to hear about it. Go ahead and leave a comment, share your biggest takeaway, or even drop me a question. I read every single message, and I absolutely love connecting with you. And hey, if you're craving more conversations like this, come hang out with me behind the mic. You can follow me over at She Will Empower for more episodes, tools, and empowering content that'll help you refill your cup and reignite your fire. And you can also catch me living my best multifaceted life over on my other platform, Life of a Cherry Wife, for my personal blog and lifestyle inspo, Lone Star Sound Baths for all things sound healing, rest, and nervous system reset, and of course, Ladies Lifestyle Network Haze, where we're creating community and connection with women around who are rising together right here in Hays County. Oh, and if you want to see me in action on screen, catch me on the CW Austin on Saturday mornings on the Connect Network TV show. We are bringing powerful women and inspiring stories straight into your living room. And trust me, you're going to want to tune in. And before we close, I want to leave you with this little reminder. Burnout doesn't mean that you're broken. It means that you're pouring from love without pausing to refill. So take today as your gentle nudge to slow down, breathe, and give yourself permission to receive with the same that you're giving everyone else. You're not behind. You're not failing. You're just human. And in this space, that's more than enough. Thank you so much for listening to She Will Empower. I'm your host, Jessica Cherry, and I'll see you next time, beautiful soul. Same time, same mic, where we will keep learning, healing, and stepping into our power together. And until then, take care of your energy, take care of your heart, and remember, you're the fire. Stay empowered, stay soft, stay you. I will see you later. Bye.